Hello, SPF.ICON here, and today we will be making a new pattern for a poncho-like pullover piece. This is Mr. Dill Pickles here, enjoying the sunshine and a car ride. He can't wait to see what we make today. So I thrifted this piece, and I believe it was a women's piece, but I liked the cut on it. It had the front and back piece are identical aside from the neck hole and the slit for the where the opening of the neck would go, but the back and front, if you lay it flat, are identical. The shoulder seam slopes down the same on the front and the back, and it has a curve under the arm that goes to an extended sleeve a little bit. From you can see in the paper pattern above, the front and the back are exactly the same cut, and then they come to this sleeve right after the armpit, and the sleeve goes down. So I made this paper pattern by cutting apart the original jacket and laying it over top and tracing it out, and then I made just a few alterations, like making the cuff longer, and this turn is where I added extra length so I could turn and put heavy duty white elastic in there for heavier fabric, or I can make it that length to finish. I also extended the length to be a little longer to hit me just about on my hip bone, and then also have the extra length to turn over and put elastic in there as well. I also thought that once I cut the hood off of the existing jacket that the neck hole was too small. So if you see the pencil line there, the furthest down line was the existing, and I closed in the neck hole a bit to make it smaller. This is the line that goes across the chest on the original piece, where that insert of that flap is added. So I did put that in my pattern, and I did use that on the piece that you'll see in a minute, the one that I created. But you can see there the curve under the armpit. When I found this piece in the store, for some reason I was immediately drawn to it. I took it off the hanger and was examining it, and I realized that it was this style pattern with the curves under sleeve, and could potentially all be done in one piece if it had to. I knew I wanted to take it home and experiment with it. Something about it told me I needed to paper pattern it and try it on some different fabrics, and so I bought it and I brought it home, and I stayed up and I put it on paper and cut the garment apart and did some measurements and some math, made the pattern a little slimmer in the waist so there isn't quite so much fabric gathered around. This has an elastic cord at the bottom of the waist, but when I lengthened the pattern, I could put that back in, but when I lengthened the pattern, I planned on making it a little slimmer so it just fit, still being able to climb in through shoulders. I'm a size large. So then I found this piece of fabric that I've been wanting to do something interesting with for a while. It is like a pool wrap. It is pretty see-through. So I cut the front patterns out, the 4 quadrants, and then cut across where I was going to pipe in this chest piece. And so here it is finished. I did not get video of me attaching the sleeves, and then I had a shirt that had big numbers on it, so I cut the numbers out and I actually pinned those numbers on the inside of the shirt and sewed those in place, so when you see through the shirt you can see the numbers. And these are numbers that I've had for a while. I picked 89 because I think in 1989 is pretty much when I sat in front of a sewing machine and started learning how to sew. I was 10 years old. So it all puckered a little bit, which is fine. I wanted this piece to feel like beachwear or a swim cover up, or on the beach, just something that would keep the sun off, sun protection factor, but also be very airy. And I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I think it would work really well with also lightweight stretchy materials. And that was my experiment of the day. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.